nerve impulse enter here.
We exist through our senses. We are bound in reality through our senses. Learn, survive, we grow through our senses.
Experience is much more than a simple reaction to something outside. And that we have to learn through our own past behavior the significance of the impressions our sense organs bring to us.
One said he saw the recurring vision of eyeglasses pass in a procession like an animated movie cartoon. As the time went on, these visions became more disturbing, unreal, often frightful.
But even though you tell me, my eyes still won't believe it.
They look familiar.
Let's check.
Now the film moves down here, where the light coming through the lens sight.
Final letter is the experience brought to our brain by the sense is recorded there. The rest of our lives.
So Aristotle was the first guy to figure it out.
The first thing Joe has to decide is whether these really are strawberries. Fish can taste all over their body. These senses bring us touching, see, hearing, tasting, smelling, and all that we know of the world comes to us through the five senses. For example, this depression is the phobia. Here we have our sharp vision concentrated in an area the size of a pinhead. This is the visual center of the eye. They recover and are ready to fire again in a tiny fraction of a second. Yes, that's a funny thing.
Go ahead, eat it.
Good morning, Dandy.
Good. The hearing organ, the grasshopper, on the side of his abdomen. Studies in France, Harvard University, shown that hallucinations are fairly common among long-distance truck drivers after long, monotonous hours on the road. Those who stuck it out could have the see things, hear things, distortions, hallucinations. Some began to scan of light, line, simple geometric patterns.
Here he is, undisturbed by any outside stimulus, like the 7-15 special typically take mornings of the week. And here's the way it works.
Hold it right there. You know, it's hard to me, but if you hold your nose, you can't tell if you've got a little piece of apple or onion on your tongue. Yeah.
Let's take the situation of a lady speaking a hot item. Bill here is setting the exact roll of light.
How about that? Yeah, but then how could the brain know which that's sending the message?
After all, how do you describe the smell of the strawberry? Wonder how beings would react to situations when severe actions, things happen.
Most of the nerve impulses enter here.
We exist through our senses. We are bound in reality through our senses. Learn, survive, we grow through our senses.
Experience is much more than a simple reaction to something outside. And that we have to learn through our own past behavior the significance of the impressions our sense organs bring to us.
One said he saw the recurring vision of eyeglasses passing in a procession like an animated movie cartoon. As the time went on, these visions became more disturbing, unreal, often frightful.
But even though you tell me, my eyes still won't believe it.
They look familiar.
Let's check.
Now the film moves down here, where the light coming through the lens sight.
Final letter is the experience brought to our brains by the senses is recorded there. The rest of our lives.
Aristotle was the first guy to figure it out.
The first thing Joe has to decide is whether these really are strawberries. Fish can taste all over their body.
These senses bring us touch, see, hearing, taste, smelling, and all that we know of the world comes through these five senses.
For example, this depression is the fovea. Here we have our sharpest vision concentrated in an area the size of a pinhead. This is the visual center of the eye. They recover and are ready to fire again in a tiny fraction of a second. Yes, that's a funny thing. Go ahead, eat it.
Good morning, dear.
Good. Hearing organ, the grasshopper on the side of his abdomen. Studies in France and Harvard University shown that hallucinations are fairly common among long-distance bus drivers after long, monotonous hours on the road. Those who stuck it out began to see, hear things, distortions, hallucinations. Some began to see light, lines, simple geometric patterns.
Here he is, undisturbed by any outside stimulus, like the 7:15 session takes 5 mornings a week.
Here's the way it works.
Hold it right there.
You know, a fellow told me that you hold your nose. You can't tell if you've got a little sip of apple or onion in there or something. Yeah.
Let's take the situation of a lady testing a hot item.
Bill here is set it to exact roll away. How about that? Yeah, but then how can the brain know which sex is sending the message?
After all, how do you describe the smell of strawberry?
Wonder how beings would react to situations where the mere accident things happen.
Most of the nerve impulses enter here.
We exist through our senses. We are bound in reality to our senses. Learn, survive, we grow to our senses.
Experience is much more than a simple reaction to something outside. And that we have to learn through our own past behavior the significance of the impressions our sense organs bring to us.
One study saw the recurring vision of eyeglasses passing in their procession like an animated Disney cartoon. As the time went on, these visions became more disturbing, unusual, often frightening.
But even though you tell me, my eyes still won't believe it. Hey, look, wait a minute. Let's check.
Now the film moves down here, where the light comes through the lens sight.
Final wonder is that the experience brought to our brains by the senses is recorded there. The rest of our lives.
So Aristotle was the first guy to figure it out.
The first thing Joe has to decide is whether these really are strawberries. Fish can taste all over their body.
These senses bring us touch, see, hearing, taste, smelling, and all that we know of the world comes through these five senses.
For example, this depression is the fovea. Here we have our sharpest vision concentrated in an area the size of a pinhead. This is the visual center of the eye. They recover and are ready to fire again in a tiny fraction of a second. Yes, that's a funny thing.
Go ahead, eat it.
Good morning, dear.
Oh, good morning, dear. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It is Feedback Friday. Everybody's favorite Friday. How y'all doing? some really weird music this morning. So for my couple minute challenge to make music before the stream, I grabbed some sounds from what is for you guys the free sound pack of the month this month. So if you are currently subscribed, go hit the subscriber rewards channel in the Discord and download your sound pack. It's 295 dialogue samples from one of these classic educational films from back in the day, teaching you all about five senses. So there's lots of really cool, like audio related samples that have been chopped up in there. And lots of stuff about like perceiving, perception, feeling. It's good. It's good for the psychedelic stuff. Oh, nice. Ultimate Computer has this one already. Very nice. Nobody Useful has it too. Oh man, when was it that I last shared that? I thought that it had been quite some time. Maybe I should have grabbed a different one. Anyway, this one is exclusive to the community, so it can't be purchased on the website. Yo, Sonicscape, how you doing, homie? 3 stream streak. I think it's more than that too. Maybe the feature is only 3 streams old. Oh, doing all right here. Doing all right here. We have a holiday weekend here this weekend. Hoping that the sun comes out for that. How you doing over there? Who is here? Let's see. I'm going to scroll up to the top of the chat. Speak, Melon. You were first. Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Syndremic, you are here, as is the Bop Bop Dancing Gummy Bear. Vish, welcome in. How you doing, man? Nobody Useful. 10 months. Thank you so much for the homie, or for the sub, homie. I appreciate you. Ultimate Computer, hello again. And Sonicscape. Ooh, hey, how is the new pup, by the way? Sonicscape. All right, so if you are new to the stream, head over to the Discord and hit public feedback. That's the channel that you want to drop your music or your sounds in if you're looking for feedback. Everybody gets listened to in turn, first come, first serve. We don't really do skips here. And that's about it. Oh, and if you are currently subscribed to the Twitch stream, you get a free sound pack every month. Apparently, I gave this one out last year, and a couple of you already have it. So, if that is the case, DM me with a request from the website, and you might just find yourself with a little goodie in your inbox later. Velvet Goat Cheese. How you doing, homie? Happy Friday to you. Bat, welcome in. Happy Friday to you as well. You guys want to see how today's soup was made? It's weird, but it's very simple. First off, all these dialogue samples are from this sound pack, the Gateways to the Mind sound pack, and that is the one that you guys get for free this month. All right, so the first track in this is Grain Cube, which is like a Richard Devine, Antonio Blanco, like that crew. They made this thing what feels like eons ago now. It's pretty fantastic. It's pulling up pretty randomly 4 samples at a time and then processing them. EXO, just playing a little beat here. This guy. This is it's a little ensemble called Sign Beats 2. Part of the Reactor library. This one's weird. This one is... It doesn't actually sound like this. It sounds like... this. It's like kind of annoying and noisy and random and slow. Anyway, spiced it up. Oh, and then there's these little crickets, which this is actually coming out of, which one is this? The Sylvan? I think this is Sylvan. You guys see me use this modular rack all the time. You can download the original one from the user reactor library for free, and then you can make weird things with it too. Just a little texture.
Through our own past
And then the dialogue samples,
the significance of the
which actually
impressions our
just something
sense
does.
organs bring to us.
One said he saw the recurring vision of eyeglasses passing in a procession like an animated movie cartoon. As the time went on, these visions became more disturbing, unreal, often frightening.
All right, that's how we made it. That is the soup disclosed. All right, so if you guys brought music, go put it into the queue. I think we should get started. Oh, WNB walked in. How you doing? And Kojak walked in too. How you doing? Weirdness today, right? Right? It wouldn't be Friday without some weirdness. All right. Let's click over to the Discord and see what you guys brought today. Shall we? Got a notepad here. Public feedback. Ooh. We got Kate of the Catbot. I know that much. Good way to start the stream. Ooh, Zendremic. Hey, thanks for checking in, homie. Zendremic asking, hey, OMLab, you had a surgery a while back. How you been feeling since? So-so. Like, way better than I was before, that's for sure. I don't like that there's still, like, pain and stuff around, like, where one of the spots where they actually went in, and I don't know. There's just some weirdness, but I'm like, it's way better than being dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, surgery's weird. I've never gone in for, like, a major surgery before that. I'd had surgery on my foot before. I've had other injuries and stuff, but, yeah, it's weird. It's weird, like coming out of anesthesia, and then dealing with stuff afterwards is just weird, but way better than being dead. Oh man. Ooh, Sonicscape says, oh man, I am so happy with my submission attempt this week. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Ultimate Computer says, I actually used samples from Gateways to the Mind for my OMLab Atmos DMB tribute when you guys gave me a free pack for being skipped 2 to 3 times. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Well, hey, since you got it, and who else got it? Was it, well, I know a couple of you got it. Anyway. If you guys are already sitting on it, and you do want something else, feel more loved, shoot me a DM, but include something else from the store that you want. Here's to not being dead. Yeah. Happy Friday. Oh, if you're not dead and you like good music, welcome in. You're in the right spot. All right, Kate of the Catbot is kicking off the show today. We're going to put a timestamp in here. Kate has been trying to train me. I'm going to say 19 minutes on the old clock here. All right. Kate is saying, working on a remix my friend wanted me to make a long time ago. Black Knife from Deltarune. Okay, let's roll. Okay, Kata, that was amazing. I can't type and talk at the same time, so this is fantastic. I like it. It's good energy. It's consistent throughout. I do think that the lead needs to be brought way up in the mix. I feel like it really should be leading. It's pretty solid all the way around. I like what you did. I do. I think that's my main thing in this one is just get the lead up because I want to hear more of it. This is car racing music. You're right. And Kojak is right as well. It's not a normal car. It's something weird. It's like something futuristic, right? Yeah. Nobody useful saying, by the way, Omi, second time and didn't submit ambient something. Ain't right. We will check that out. Kata, you're not here, so I put a timestamp on this one for you, and I'm gonna put it into a thread. But I guess you already know that if you're watching this. All right, Vicky, it is you. Okay, Vicky brought another remaster. This one is Luis Hatoric. It's a 1979 tape cassette is the source, and it's been remastered. Usual workflow. We're going to click through to this here. We're going to take a quick listen to some of the source, the original, and then we will peep the new remaster.
Bersama kita melakukan irama puji karisma alam Indonesia, bangsa yang ramah marilah semua bersatu berpadu.
Oh, Vicky says this is the remaster. The other one is the source. So I'm going to play the other. That is sounding pretty good, by the way. I'm going to click this one. We're going to listen to the source for just a moment. We'll click back. Give ourselves a little comparison. Wait, what? Okay, I thought so. I was like, wait a minute, this is nuts. That's completely different. Okay, so we're going to get back to the remastered version here. That was hilarious. The slowed version. All right. Come on, Google. There we go.
Padang hijau permadani negeriku, unggas terbang bebas kian berlagu, membuat karisma
Oh, that was hilarious.
hidup di Indonesia, tak dua di manca pada cahaya purnama kala, menghidupi desa-desa, hiu di pantai Babra melambai, bukit hijau menjuntai, wahasilkan ku gapai.
Okay, so that was amazing. Dude, the lead synth at 2 minutes. That slow version was freaking hilarious, man. Ah, that was great. I do want to peep the source really quick. Oh man, that was so funny. Oh yeah, there's like this moment at 2:39 where you can just like soak up all the texture of the tape. Oh, it's so good. All right, let me go listen to the original for a little bit here. That slow version is so funny. All right, original. Wow, it's really left heavy.
Bersama kita melakukan irama puji karisma alam Indonesia, bangsa yang ramah marilah semua bersatu berpadu padang hidup.
Yeah. Okay, I like your remaster. I do. The original has a really nice cohesiveness. What year was this? Was this 79? Is that what you said? Yeah, 1979. Man, that cassette sounds really good. Good stemming. What are you using for stemming these out? Right ear needs a high five, right? Yeah, CLR panning days, right? Yo, unknown mystery in the chat. Welcome in, Fish. Banana Chan loves my beard. Hey, thanks. My beard loves you. Zeep says, this is so refreshing after making D&B all morning. Isn't it nice just to drop into someone else's world? It's like, dunk. Oh, you didn't do stems on this one. Okay. You did denoise it, though. Kojak says, yeah, it really was vibes. Like the warmness of the track on the remaster. Yeah, there was definitely some warmth and some clarity brought. I like the embellishment of the textures. It's a nice update. You do often lose the warmness with the remaster. It's true. People are oftentimes just pushing for the loudness these days. Not Viki, though. Yo, Carolus! How you doing, man? How's Tarkov treating you? Thank you, Viki. All right, we got a new one here from Fish saying this song might make you ponder. Let's go see what it's all about, shall we? Ponder. All right, let's do it. Yo, Fish, this is fantastic, man. Oh, very mysterious right out the gate. Lovely and floaty. I couldn't help but have this visual where there's like a whole bunch of people in a stadium, like tuning into your music and, you know, enjoying the experience. But like just one by one, they're all just kind of like floating up into the air and floating away. Oh, this is great. I don't have anything for you on this one. I think it's fantastic. Are you remembering to EQ your reverb channels? Sonicscape says, there's butterflies in my brain. I see. Fish says, as a fish, my goal is to make humans float too. Oh, that's fantastic. That was a great one, dude. That was fantastic. Hey, when are we going to hear another of the collab ditties? I'm kind of curious as to what you've been up to over there. Besides fishing. I'm sure you just kind of fishing a lot. Assuming anyway. Banana Chan says, can you make the fish float with that song too? Ooh, next Friday. Oh, we get to hear some of the new collab stuff next Friday. Nice. Science fishing. Oh, ba-dum. So I get these quirky little gifts all the time from family. Lots of them are like Bob Ross related and music related, cooking related, as you guys can probably imagine. But there's a symbol. There's a crash symbol now in my car. Oh, there's a crash symbol in my car, and it sticks out of one of the vents up front. So when someone cracks a joke and we're driving down the road, it's psh. It's pretty great. Just a little finger tap and psh, a little crash symbol there. It's hilarious. We do have a rule of no dad jokes with the symbol, though. My kid and I are like, it's just for good jokes, actually. That's all. That's all. WMB says, you know what he said to me? He was like, you're so rude. And I was like, boy, does it look like I care? I couldn't even care. This one is called Hearts to Hearts. Rude.
네 시간은 so tight 어린이 없는 세상 오늘은 찾아 That's my type 자 눈을 맞춰볼까 매일 끝이 나는 건 버려 잠깐 We're living that good life, good life 꿈이 맘속으로 뻗어 더 자연스럽게 난 사겨는 못 봐 이끌린 대로 해 나다울 때 누구보다 눈부셔 난 지금 attend to 내 멋대로 move
All right. W&B, I think this is pretty solid. This is, I want to put a timestamp on this because I'm not sure if you're actually in the room right now. Saffron! How you doing, homie? Welcome in. All right, so we're at 42 and a half or something, and this was how long is this? 3.5. So I can do math. I can do this, right? All right, so we're looking at all right. 2 zeros, not 2 colons. Nice layering of the vocals, W&B, although I do think that you should immediately after the intro is wrapping up and before the first main vocal lands, you should start already bringing that looping vocal track way down, and I would cream it out with some extra reverb balance and make sure that that EQ channel is EQ'd pretty well. So then that can be just a general, like, kind of non-invasive, just fully supportive ambience in the background. And then that way there's no competition. Right now, no matter which female vocal track you put up against this looping track, it's always going to create all sorts of obfuscation and competition. So I'd bring it way back, cream it out a bit. And I'd also probably scoop around the point of emphasis for the main vocals, which is probably around 1K somewhere. Wrangle the low end. At 230, you can really hear that it's creating quite a bit of heft and mud in this thing. So I'd wrangle the low end, bring the cutoff to up around 50 hertz, and then use a shelf to contour more from there. And then just EQ whatever you can from the lows in each of the tracks that is not your sub channel, and make sure that your sub is not peaking over other things in the track. At 239, you can hear that compression is squashing things. It's really responding to the big peaks in the low end. So after you do all of your EQ updates, make sure that you're just going to batch process those big low end elements if they're still tripping the compression into action, because otherwise you're just continually reducing the volume of everything that isn't that big bass. So LUFS. There's a lot of loudness here, and there's a lot of extra pressure, and I think most of that is the fact that we are increasing through limiting and all these super low frequencies. So you just want to be cautious about how low those frequencies are before we start turning things up even more, and how many of those frequencies are even there to begin with. So that will reduce a lot of the pressure by cleaning up all that low end, and it should help with the feeling of like extra heft too in this track. So LUFS down, more EQ, make that looping vocal track more ambient. All right, that's it. I think that's what we got here. W&B, I'm going to put this into a thread for you. Hope you're doing well over there. Synthra. Synthra is back stateside. Well, not stateside, because you're across the pond, right? But you're no longer in Thailand. Hey, Far Horizon is here. Far Horizon, you're great. And hello. That's the one. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Synthra saying track 2 of the debut EP. No outro as of yet, as I still need to figure out how to smoothly blend it into track 3, but would love to hear your thoughts. Happy Friday. This one's called Unfolding. Sweet. Let's go. Yeah. Dude, Cynthia, I love this. This is fantastic. This is going to be a great album. Love little ARP in the intro. I love all the space that you're giving it. I like how much you're twisting the filter knobs. It's really good stuff. Fantastic sample selection. Want a little more surface texture on the Reese that you made, which is just blah, so yummy. And the vocal tracks, those are the things. The vocal tracks kind of ebb and flow in their presence, right, as they kind of twist. I would just do a little more writing to make sure that they stay up on top throughout. Even though this is a really nice bass-centric track, I think that they should kind of maintain that top position there. Feels nice. You know, there's like this undulating, twisting, it's kind of a sexy thing, really, between the vocal sample and the bass. And I think if you allow the vocal to come up and kind of intertwine a little bit more on even footing, I think it'd be nice. Yeah. Far Horizon says, arrangement could use some work. It feels rather MIDI on the drums at times for being such an organic thing. Ooh, now, okay, so if I was to compare this to a Far Horizon track, there is a little something that you could borrow. There are these little butter notes, right? Like you could take out some of the busyness of the drums, a few notes just here and there, and that would bring a certain something, you know? You know what we're always talking about, right? It's not always about the notes that you play, but the notes you could have played but chose not to, right? Yeah. That. Small hesitations. Yeah. Really good stuff, man. Gorilla says, super tasty vocals. Yeah. I agree. Very good stuff. Really good stuff. Cynthia, your drums already do feel quite a bit better than a lot that I'm hearing in the genre. I think we're in the kind of supreme nitpicking realm here with your music at this point. I think you've kind of earned that, honestly. I don't think we really take a look at anything else in your music anymore because you've leveled up so many times, right? So, yeah, exactly. We are in the nitpicky realm. But that's why we're here every single Friday, right? If we weren't, then we'd just let everything slide and enjoy the music because everything is so close to radio ready already. Oh, this is great! I can't wait for your EP. This could be so good. Bish, let's see what you made. Ooh, this one's called Again.
I'm just wasting my time trying to forget.
Dash.
'Cause it's the way you shine all in my head. I can't give all my love to you. Tell me we'll see this through. Can we just talk? 'Cause I know it's hard to see you again. And I know it's hard to see us as friends. Oh, 'cause you know that I'm just trying to tell you the truth. But I just keep on trying to show you how I'm not the fool. I need no promises, and you can show you how I'm not the fool.
Yeah, this is great. Luffs feel just a little bit pushed, like the loudness is being pushed just a little bit. I'd back off the limiting just a tiny bit. I really like the mix. Everything else is great, honestly. I love this. Fantastic track. Hey, real quick, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to the bathroom. We'll be right back. Hang tight.
Most of the nerve impulses are here. We exist through our senses. We are bound in reality through our senses. Learn, survive, we grow through our senses.
Experience is much more than a simple reaction to something outside. And that we have to learn through our own past behavior the significance of the impressions our sense organs bring to us.
One said saw the recurring vision of eyeglasses passing in the procession like an animated movie cartoon. As the time went on, these visions became more disturbing, unreal, often frightening.
But even though it's tough, my eyes still won't believe it. I look for it. Let's check.
Now the film moves down here, where the light comes into the lens sight.
Final wonder is the experience brought to our brain by the sense is recorded there for the rest of my life.
Aristotle was the first guy to figure it out.
The first thing Joe has to decide is whether these really are strawberries. Fish can taste all over their body. These senses bring us touch, see, hear, taste, smell it. And all that we know of the world comes to us through these five senses.
And we're back. Yo, Blazin', how you doing, homie? See you walking in the door there. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're well. All right, where were we? Yes, we just listened to Yash. That was great. Fantastic track. Good stuff. Swamp back in the mix. Oops. Whoa, Blazin', you had a birthday since we last saw you last week, huh? Happy birthday. Cheers to you, my friend. 45. Still pretty young. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. This one is Swamp. This one is Space Junkie. Let's ride. Swamp, this was so interesting. It's really cool to hear what you're up to. I was a little worried at first that this was just going to be a no feedback track and I wasn't going to be able to help you at all, but I heard a few things. Really love the textures. Just the whole thing is just lovely. I'd bring the breath up at 139 just a bit, and maybe even like increase the wet dry balance as it's being delivered in like that last little breath of the breath, the last little half second of that breath. I'd also bring the dialogue up a few at 151, felt just a tiny bit quiet. 206, I felt like there was room to bring back a partial echo of the vocal track just a little bit earlier. 245, love this moment with the little bits. I was just thinking it'd be cool to have something that pushed against expectations with how some of those sounds are being delivered. So if you were to group all of them and put them through a really like subtle like granular delay, like Portal or something like that, right? That can make like a tiny little stutter or shift happen pretty easily. And then unsync the LFOs in there to make sure that everything happens in kind of an organic way. I love the cyberpunk vibes there at the end. This thing felt like a journey. Man, really good stuff. Okay, and since I don't see you in here, I'm going to put this into a thread. Ooh, I'm super intrigued by the video that you sent me too, by the way. So keep me updated as that progresses in the background. Tomba, you are up. This one's called Understand. Updated from the last time. Unsure if I've picked some decent samples or if I've ruined it. Some further advice on mixing this up would be nice. Excellent. We'll do this.
Perreao, 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 lo que te gusta, au, te tengo fascinado, estamos arrebatado. Perreao, 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 lo que te gusta, au, te tengo fascinado, estamos arrebatado. Dale pa' abajo, 2, 2, dale pa' abajo, 3, 4. Come on, papi, dale pa' abajo. Dale pa' abajo, 2, 2, dale pa' abajo, 3, 4. Come on, papi, dale pa' abajo. I don't think you speak the language, but I know you understand me. I don't think you speak the language, but I know you understand me. 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, papi, dale pa' abajo, 4, 3, 2, 1. Papi, dale duro. Perreao, 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 lo que te gusta, au, te tengo fascinado, estamos arrebatados. Dale pa' abajo, 2, 2, dale pa' abajo, 3, 4. Como papi, dale pa' abajo. Perreao, 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 lo que te gusta, au, te tengo fascinado, estamos arrebatados. Perreao, 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 lo que te gusta, au, te tengo fascinado, estamos arrebatados. Dale pa' abajo, 2, 2, dale pa' abajo, 3, 4. Come on, papi, dale pa' abajo. Dale pa' abajo, 2, 2, dale pa' abajo, 3, 4. Come on, papi, dale pa' abajo. I don't think you speak the language,
But this is fantastic, man. Like, this is so good. And your question about the build around 2 minutes, I think the only thing I would maybe consider is like a little pan jumping or something like that. I don't know. I think it's good. I think this whole track is super hot right now, man. Like super sexy energy. Love that bass profile. It's super bouncy. Yeah, the longer you sit on it, the less plays it's gonna get. Is kind of how I feel about this one right now. So don't think about that build too much, because it's pretty solid as it is. Corolla says, this is mainstream track. You should mix it in a studio and promote it as much as you can. Absolute banger, man. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Absolutely. Wholeheartedly. I'm Imaginate. What's up, Danny? How you doing, homie? Everybody follow I Am Imaginate. Yeah, very old school, right, Banana? Yeah, really good stuff, man. Very, very good. Kojak. Kojak has been tucked away working on some plugins. Got a Kojak remix of the Chainsmokers Echo here. Let's see what they cooked up.
I feel your rush, it's like an echo. I cannot decide if I should let go. Feel so alive inside your echo, 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 echo. Tonight I lose my decide if I should let go. Feel so alive inside your echo, 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 echo. Tonight it's in my blood. You got me drifting, fill up my lungs. A new beginning, feel so alive inside your echo, 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 echo. Tonight I lose my mind. Now you realize me.
Kojak, dude, this is smooth. It's like super smooth. The reverb that you have on the vocal around like 210 onward, whatever that is, that was so interesting. Like super interesting timbre. Very much aside and apart from all the other sounds in that track. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. I don't think I really have anything for you on this one. I just felt like it was a really well executed track. And you only grabbed the vocals, is that right? Yeah, transitions are good too. Banana. Corolla saying, holy nice bass. Yeah. Zeep saying, everyone brought fire today. Corolla said the same thing like seconds before. It's Friday, you guys. Yeah, just the vocals. Still haven't heard the original. Oh, I love it when people do things like this. That's really great. For not hearing the original and not taking like any kind of creative direction or anything. That's freaking fantastic. Yeah. Danny says, yeah, clean production for sure. The OG is good. Go listen to it. It's a hit for a reason. Yeah, it was good. That was good, Kojak. So I'm curious about the plugins that you built, homie. I'm curious. Just out of comedy, you almost don't want to. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, there's nothing saying you have to go listen to it at all, right? Absolutely. Oh, man. Yeah, shoot me a DM about the plugins when they're ready to share. I'll take a look at them. Oh, cool. Awesome. Oh, if you're just wanting to share with folks, you totally can. Here, let me just move this over really quick. I didn't realize I was sitting on that. Hold on just one sec here. There you are. I didn't see anything on the Discord, but I did just connect with you there. So, okay, Ultimate Computer. Let's see what you brought today. This is pretty old stuff from like 2015, they say. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay. This is great. I love the arc. This feeling of storytelling is great. I love the vibe. Your palette of sounds is really unique and captivating. I would bring the lead up at 3 minutes, the really simple kind of repeating arc. I'd bring that up. It feels a little bit buried. I'd bring it up several dB probably. Nice mix with everything in full effect. I would offset sidechain settings across tracks so it's a little bit more biting on some tracks and less so on others. Specifically, something a little bit more aggressive on the breath track. And I would play around on play around with signal flow on the reverb for that breath track as well. I just feel like you can have moments where these tails hang over things differently than others. So you might actually have a couple reverb tracks that you're like switching between, maybe, or something. Or maybe one is without the compression and one is with. I'm not sure exactly, but I do think that there is room for you to play a little bit with the space around the breath because it's a pretty captivating thing and it works really well both atmospherically and rhythmically. Really good pace throughout. I do think just a little bit more gel glue on the final mix down would feel really nice. Specifically in the outro, you can kind of hear that although these elements, they sound really good together. Let's just go back and listen to this with a critical ear together here. Although these sound really good together, I would love to hear them feel more glued together. Now, part of that, I think, is that we have two separate reverbs here. So one thing you could try is moving away from the synth-based reverb or whatever it is that you have on that bass and move it towards the shared reverb, right? Maybe you're cross-fading those reverbs or something. I don't know, to make that feel like it's a cohesive thing. But I do think that like it's a kind of a small nuance thing, but at the same time, it's something that's being felt, right? So really good track, really, really good track. And for this being from 2015, it's held up really well. Yeah, there you go. Saffron also mentions you could use a tape echo for the bottle sound, rise the feedback, then bring it back down again. Something like that would be kind of cool, right? That kind of plays with the sense of time and space and perception just a little bit. But without getting heady in any way like that, I do think that shared reverb, maybe on more than just that. Now that I'm kind of thinking back in the replay of things here, you might want to comb through the project and see if there's an opportunity to simplify your reverb scheme, if there's any more sharing that you can do. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I guess there's one other thing. If we go back and we listen to about right here or so when we've got a bunch of the mix happening. No, I was going to say there might be room for like some stereo imaging or some mid-side EQing with the balance on the sides, but it really feels nice. Like I really do like this mix. It's good stuff. And again, really good pace. Blazin says, I almost imagine some sort of scene with this. It definitely feels like sync music for sure. Like some soundtrack, right? Oh yes, Thread for sure. You bet. And you are welcome. I hope it all vibes with you, homie. Zeep. Zeep is back. Saying, did some work on this one I showed you a few weeks ago. I think it's pretty close to there. Excellent. Let's listen. Zeep, that was great. I back off the LUFS just slightly. I back off the Limity just slightly and release it. There was just a little harshness around 224. I think that probably goes away if you back off the limiting a bit. That was really good, dude. I love the second drop. I think all of this is just super awesome. Truly. Love the surface texture on the bass. All of it, man. All of it. There's so many little details firing off in this thing. So worth many listens. Yeah, truly. Popa Blaze and welcome in. Happy Friday. Far Horizon saying, that was awesome. Ultimate Computer saying, was great. Ooh, Far Horizon says, I was dancing out of the shower. Man, you got Far Horizon naked over there. Dude. Yeah, this is definitely a banger. That was 10 out of 10, says Banana Chan. Hell yeah, Zeke. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. People loving this one. Netrunner, it is you. It is Friday. Ooh, this is Banana Chan on Twitch. The vocals are from Kakeguri. The SoundCloud doesn't have a tear out tag, so yeah. This is called Punish You. Let's do this.
There you are. I've been looking for you. Where have you been? I told you to meet up somewhere, didn't I? You have been a very obedient pet these last few months, so let's not break that streak, shall we? If you want to be rewarded, I need you to be on your best behavior. Or else, all of your friends will find out how much of a pathetic loser you are. You wouldn't want that, would you? Didn't think so. Now, let's go. Maybe I should have told you what was in store so you wouldn't be late. Because knowing you, this is something that you would never want to miss. But to be honest, it should not require me telling you things for you to be on time. So if you're ever late again, I will have to punish you. Punish you, 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 Understand? Well, I'm the only one with the key. Don't ask how. Understand? Understand?
I love her. I want you. Just a taste. A feel. A squeeze. Nothing more than that. I just need to know you're real. I need you to know that you're wanted. I've thought about you constantly. And it's becoming unbearable. We've gotten along so well. You always laugh at my sense of humor. I love how you smell. Your smile makes me want to move closer. Just push your hair back. Sometimes, when we lie together, I wish it was you. Press yourself up against the checkout to let me through. Come on.
This was absolutely fantastic. Like, it is hard to get really good tear out that doesn't have these big leaps in presence and loudness as people kind of stitch together these things that they have to process in blocks, right? So just really good job with the mix in general. Nice mix on the sample dialogue. Each one of them is really good. Awesome art as well. I think it's super vibey. Great digital chatter in the background. I like that you never let it get out of the ambient realm. It was really tastefully done. At 55 seconds, a small suckback or a quick reversal to assist at that point of transition might be kind of cool. You could even use one or two of the elements that you have in the mix already. Send them through a big reverb, and this is just an isolated sample grab. Send them through a big reverb, maybe slightly pitch shifted or stretch it just slightly, right? And then reverse that and line it up with the transition. Give you a nice little kind of thing. Yeah, just really good vibe. Really good vibe. Great sound design throughout. Really good bass control though. Yeah, just a lot of really good decision making on display with your batch processing, how you brought everything together. There is one bass. There's one bass where I feel like it could come up like 2 dB. I know this is super nitpicky. It's this guy with the really nice tight top end modulation on it. That one right there, when it comes in both times here and towards the, I don't know, 2.5 minute mark or wherever it's coming back, both times I felt like when it initially hits, you could give it like a 2 dB or so bump, so it really grabs us. It can come right back down to the peaks where you have it. But everything else feels so super tight. I don't know how much time you spent on this, but it was worth it. It was really good stuff. You did this for an event on Discord. Yeah. Horny step. Yeah, Danny says this is really sick dynamic sound design as well. Yeah, very good stuff. Like 2 hours. Well, it came together very quickly for you then. Really great stuff. I'm a fan. I'd love to hear more from you. Foff, it is you. Corollas in the chat. Oops, I should probably figure out how to do my typing. There we go. Corollas says, something I used AI vocals for. I love the track itself, but really not proud of using AI vocals. Just so hard to find singers that want to sing. Still done 3 songs using AI vocals, and it just don't feel right. So this is one of those 3, and probably never again. I will say, Corollas, if you have not visited sites like Sounds Better and stuff like that, there are collab sites that make finding other people, collaborating, managing rights, all of that stuff really simple these days. So if you're not getting a response in the community, which isn't totally uncommon, everybody's busy, I would hit up someone from outside the community entirely and just see what people across the field have to share with you. You might find a brilliant new collaboration partner that way. All right, this one is called Show You. Let's go. Ooh, we got a video. We'll watch it.
You always wanted to be known. You always wanted to show me. What can I do? What can I do to get to know you better? Is it true to you? Or is it always lies? I love if you were more kind, 'cause I can't lose my mind. This is why you let me show you. Let me show you.
Dude, Carolus, that was great. That was great. I enjoyed that. So who knows a female vocalist that wants to work with Carolus on music like this? Let's help them out. Yeah, I was sitting here trying to think of the other names for, or names of the other collaboration platforms, and they're all totally escaping my brain right now. But if you were to share this track on some platforms, I bet you would have some takers. Because you make great music. You do. And I think you did pretty well with the stems that you have to work with here. Musically, I like this. I like the sound design on it. I like the palette that you're working with, your instrumentation. I like the arrangement in this as well. I think it really hits. So I don't really have feedback for you on your music. I think it's pretty darn great. I do hear you. I feel the struggle through your texts, the feelings wrapped up with using the AI stuff and you wanting to push your stuff to this other level. So I do hope you find someone to work with on these, because it's pretty great stuff. It is. It's good stuff. You not finding human vocals immediately has nothing to do with your music, I don't think. Hey, it's Far Horizon time. It's Far Horizon time. It's Far Horizon time. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Yes. Far Horizon says, very nice. And Ultimate Computer says, we liked it. Yes. Corolla says, I really want real vocal, but at least I made my own lyrics. So that's plus, I guess. No, it is. It's great. I mean, that's why you need a singer, right? Is to bring your writing to life. So it's wonderful that you have stuff that's so original. I think that most singers would love to have that kind of an opportunity, honestly. I feel like so much stuff is disappearing in a lot of ways. I'm sure there's lots of reasons for it. But keep fighting the good fight and put your stuff out there. I would literally just post this in a few of those collab places and see what you get back. Far Horizon says, I think you heard this one before, but without the orchestration and some new bits. This has been in the works for a few months now, or, well, collected dust. All right, let's let everybody else hear this. This one is Neptic and Far Horizon.
Flew too high, they're melting. Ignored the signs, I'm falling. It wasn't me, it was my pride. I've lost this fight, I'm coming home. Flew too high, they're melting. Ignored the signs, I'm falling. It wasn't me, it was my pride. I've lost this fight, I'm coming home. take another breath? Will I go up or have I chosen another path? Yes, I thought on the water. Now it's summer. Fall.
Yo, dude, is that actually a kalimba? It felt like a music box at the very beginning or something. It does feel a little pushed throughout. Um, I get why you have it there, like the surface texture is super important to this, the like super intimate proximity with the vocals is really important, but I think you can get there. I think you get there without quite as many luffs. I do love your voice on that one. It feels like you're way more out of the shell on this one. It feels really good, dude. The pitch shifting, the transposing that you're doing with the backing tracks is super dope. Awesome. Super great. Mega throaty bass at 148. I really like it. Maybe a little additional vocal writing. You can hear around 230 or so that the vocals kind of dip down in a couple of spots. Your groove feels great. Feel like Tony the Tiger. Great. They're great. Backing ARP runs here at 323. I feel like they can come up a little bit, and then as they're continuing to cycle around and they kind of take center stage, they kind of take the lead there. Couple things. It's this really nice kind of quartet kind of moment where you've got this really beautiful timbre kind of looping, but the delivery isn't changing too much. So if you were to take a small page from his playbook in this moment, I bet there's probably like 2 or 3 little things that you could do, these subtle little embellishments to the delivery of notes on that loop that would just be ace, you know? Nothing too over the top, but just something. I do love how they sit, that instrument sits right between a pluck and a mallet, though. The way that it's translating with, I guess it's the loudness more than anything and the compression on it. It's so super tight. I love it. Love it. Oh, Neptic. Okay. Yeah, that was freaking tasty. Tasty. Blazin'. It is you. This one's called Ocean View. Do what you do. Let's go. Look at this art, by the way. Look at how vibrant this is. Blazin woke up feeling like a rainbow this morning. All right, let's do this. I was not expecting this when I hit play. All right, Blazin. This is great. I was not expecting this vibe when I hit play. Not at all. Like, this is almost the opposite of what I was expecting. The pitch shifted backing vocal tracks up a bit. I think they're really nice. I would bring the kick snare combo down just a couple, and then the noise snare, I bring that down a few. Really nice vibe at 150. It feels like everything's just cooking just right. At 155, I'm thinking to myself, you know, it would be cool to hear some more movement in the bass. So changing this up a little bit with some filter play, like a little cutoff modulation. Not no folding with it. Maybe even like a little flange or like a little phase or something like that to give it just a little bit of a twist. I think it might be kind of nice. I think that might be all I have for you on this one. I like this vibe. This is totally new and completely unexpected, like I said. So I would like to hear more from you in this realm. What brought about the inspiration on this one? It's good stuff, man. And your art is dope, by the way. Ultimate Computer brings that up in the chat. I agree. You got a heart full of soul. Yes, you do. Yeah, I like all the dark stuff you've been doing too. This one has quite a bit of I don't know, I guess kind of, I don't know, there is definitely more like an uplifting energy in this one, but there's like there's still like a dwellingness to it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's there's still like some thoughtful vibes happening in there too. Yeah, it's good to switch things up for sure. All right. Next is Danny, Imaginate. Ooh. Something new and a little different. Okay. I like that. This one is called Emotive, Liquid Drum and Bass. This is actually a demo track for Liquid Drum and Bass presets for Serum 2 by Imagination. So for those interested in the sounds that you hear in this, if you want to go grab those, I bet Danny could probably share a link in the chat so you could find them. Welcome in, Ricky Akimbo. Happy Friday to you. Here we go. Let's listen to Danny. Couch is loving this one. Everybody loves this one. Dude, if you guys want more sounds like this, Danny makes a lot of good stuff. He just shared a link to his stuff that's been released on the Black Octopus label. You can find him elsewhere as well. But go click around in there. Go mess around with that stuff. It's good for you. What's the worst that could possibly happen? You lose a couple of bucks out of your wallet and you gain a hit in your DAW. Come on. Come on. Go treat yourself. Kim Carty, it is you. Hey, Danny, before we move on completely from you, when do you think we might all be listening to something new from you, just musically, like not having to do with anything instrument or preset-wise? Like, got a timeline yet? Sorry, I'm eager. I'm a little anxious about this. I want to hear. I want to hear. I hope you're well, homie. All right. Sir Keem Carty. This looks like we've got a video here. I'll move this over here and hit play. Let's roll. This one's called Tested.
I'm talking to young people in here today. Because what you need to understand is that glory has a weight to it. Because the conference is heavier for the host than it is the attender. Your people come to your house and they eat your food and they're done in 20 minutes, but they don't know that you have to go to the grocery store and you have to pick the right food and you made sure that you didn't pick meat that looked like it was old, and you made sure that you checked the date on the milk. See, people come and they enjoy in an instant what it took you an eternity to build.
I wake up proud as hell. Come see me pushing through the dust. I wasn't on my own. I had my brothers I could trust. It's getting hard to trust, but it's never separating us. I built it on my own. I'm stuck in blocks like it's a puzzle, cause it's never done until I get a Grammy, huh? It's never hurting us. The blood and sweat is what we trust. We independent, huh? We signing deals until we famous and we never run. I know this life is testing us. I wake up high as hell. I picture ass in paradise, but it's never nice. The price of fame is sacrifice. If I die at night, I know my life is forever. Even when it burns, I will never turn. Even when it hurts, I will never convert. Back to dominate, finna conquer the stage. I'ma elevate, they be booking and paging. Finna meditate, cause this life is amazing. I'm back, bro, I'm spitting fire. A nigga never tired, my haters, man, they multiply. They wanna kill my vibe, I'm righteous with the words and rhymes. Where you head on mine, people like me always shine. In the harder times, rapping like it's overtime. This shit a 9 to 5, conquer why I see new life. Numbers never lie, working till my time is right. I'ma always fight, rising through the ranks tonight. Heroes never die.
And they enjoy in an instant what it took you an eternity to build. The book you read in 2 weeks took the author 2 years to write. And so I am afraid that in this zapid, this quick to it generation where everything happens for us so fast, where you can type in a prompt and get an entire prolific essay in chat or Claude, I'm afraid that we are excited about outcomes but forget about process.
Yeah, dude, this was great. Here's another solid track right here, right? All right, here's what I got for you. Solid video. I think you did great work throughout this. Really good vision. You executed it incredibly well. I would bring the main vocal up a bit so it stays clearly on top of the mix, just like the intro dialogue does. So you kind of set a standard with that intro dialogue. And when your main vocal in the track doesn't quite measure up in presence and loudness, we got to bring it up to that point. Because that's where the standard has been set. So also saturate your vocal track just slightly, and it'll give it a little bit of an edge and help it sit on top completely the same way that that dialogue track does. I would also tighten up the low end a bit. It feels like you've got just some extra frequencies rumbling around down in there. You can tighten that up a little bit. A really solid track. Really great. I would love to hear more from you. Yeah, Couch. Danny does a lot of stuff for Black Octopus over the years. Absolutely. Corwin, welcome in. Happy Friday. Oh yeah, totally. If you are using Danny's sounds or anyone's sounds for that matter, shoot people a message and share how you use stuff. I mean, I know people from the community send me stuff all the time with how they're using stuff, but people love hearing it. People love hearing from folks producing with their sounds. Truly. What up, Rabagast? How you doing, homie? All right, we got Ricky. Let's see what you did this week, homie. This one's called Shake It.
Cause it keeps them on. They don't know where she's from. And no, they'll never know cause she'll never go back. They'll never know cause she'll never go back. Just like Lady Gaga said, you're either dead like Lady Gaga said, you're either dead, so face your death. So come on, take it from me. Come on!
All right, homie. This is what I got for you. This is a good one. These pitch dives in the beginning are great. I feel like it sets a really good energy in the beginning. Always feels like stage diving, or like there's going to be something like that. You know what I mean? When the track starts out with that. They do get covered with the guitar when it comes in, so I'm wondering what your thoughts are of maybe keeping the dives on the left, having the guitar on the right when it comes in, or something. Create more separation in the track for you as well. If you move the guitar out of center, it definitely leaves more room for the vocals. They might feel a little bit bigger that way. Might want to play with that. 1 minute. I like the effect of the vocal, but the presence isn't quite up to snuff. I would saturate it a bit, and then I have more notes on that a minute later. The vocal tracks can be glued just a little bit more. They felt like kind of separate from one another. So if you process them all with a shared process, I think that will probably help a little bit. At 2:05, came back and revisited my thoughts on the vocal, on that vocal specifically. I think maybe some amp modeling, right? Part of what I'm hearing is that it's kind of, what's the right word? Well, it's got this kind of contained feel to it. And like that, the restraint from the frequency filtration, I think, is all that's really needed. I think that the air and everything else around it can actually be embellished a little bit. So if you pass this through an amp as well as a guitar pedal, I think it feels a little bit more live and maybe authentic, or at least measures up to the other vocal tracks a little bit more, I think. So better alignment. It's supposed to be from... I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you on this one. That's it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think, people are liking the idea of the amp on the vocals. Yeah, it would give it a hot mic feel, and that would work really well. I think that's what's missing from these. And, it might be the thing that you could glue the vocal tracks together with, honestly, is running them through something like that that's kind of shared. But regardless of what you do in regards to all of that, I do think that this one specific vocal track can use some amp modeling on it. So there we go. Catch Track says it almost sounds like it was recorded and you were trying to be chill and not wake people up. Fully belt out and own the vocals. I kind of feel that in a couple of spots. I think some of it could be, kind of handled with some of the processing. But I hear you. It's the liberated feeling that you're looking for. That fully nothing holding you back kind of feel. I hear you. All right, Couch. It is you. This one's called Ganja Splainin'. You ganja splainin' to do. That's good stuff. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. I like that one. Couch. Those were some fun textures. Luffs feel a little bit high. Hats felt a little biting. And such. Love the little Foreman dude. Super cute and funky. Squeaky little frog trip. Oh. Yeah, right, Slit? Yeah. Radioactive frogs. That's totally what it is. Oh my gosh, that's totally what it is. Oh man. All right, we're going to dip for just a minute. I'm going to take a quick little 1-minute break. We'll be right back and we'll finish this up. So if you've been wondering if you're going to put something in the queue today, do it now, because when we come back from this 1-minute break, we'll be closing the queue for the day. Let me just turn this up. Something weird and psychedelic for you.
Most of the nerve impulses enter
I'll be right back.
Just through our senses. We are bound in reality through our senses. Learn, survive. We grow through our senses.
Experience is much more than a simple reaction to something outside. And that we have to learn through our own past behavior the significance of the impressions our sense organs bring to us.
One said he saw the recurring vision of eyeglasses pass in a procession like an animated movie cartoon. As the time went on, these visions became more disturbing, unreal, frightening.
But even though you tell me, my eyes still won't believe it.
They look familiar. Let's check.
Now the film moves down here, where the light of the lens strikes.
Final wonder is the experience brought to our brains by the senses is recorded there the rest of our lives.
So Aristotle was the first guy to figure it out.
The first thing Joe had to decide is whether these really are strawberries. Fish can taste all over their body. These senses bring us touching, see, hearing, taste, smelling, and all that we know of the world comes through the five senses. For example, this depression is phophobia. Here we have our sharp vision concentrated in an area the size of...
And we're back. Just like that. All right, so where did we leave off? We left off after Couch. It's a great track. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, I'm going to close the queue. So that was it. That was your last chance. We're going to listen to Corwin while I do that. Corwin says, started writing this 2 days ago. Heavy work in progress. All right, I'm going to close the queue and we're going to listen to this. Oh, Corwin's typing. I'll finish typing first. Yeah. All right, let's get back here. I would love to hear this performed by a live ensemble. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I saw you typing down here. Did you put more in? Here, I'm gonna play this one too. These seem kind of short. I like your arrangement here. Is this all original? This part just loops 2 times for now. You and me both. Yeah, I would love to hear anything that's just written out in music like this, played by real people, because it brings all of the human stuff to it. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to hear it all come to life. Second one's a cover, but the others are original. Where's the second one? Oh, this one is the second one. I see. I'm going to play a little bit more of your original. Then we're going to roll back up and play these others in line. I'm just kind of curious as to what else you brought here. Okay, Corwin, that was great. This gives me like a much different like feeling about what you're doing over there. The first one being so like structured and classical in nature. And if this is you in this picture, you actually look a lot like my nephew, which is I keep staring back down at this picture. I need to reach out to him. Okay, so quite different from the first track. My first suggestion on this, because these instruments don't just fit together like puzzle pieces like orchestral instruments do. So first suggestion is to EQ each track tighter to eliminate any unnecessary frequencies, mostly low frequencies. Those stack up across all of the instruments in a project pretty quickly. And over time, as they stack up, they kind of make the music kind of darker and muddier. So as you eliminate a lot of those, your music will become a little bit lighter and more nimble again, and a little bit more clear as well. The other thing that I would mention is using a little bit of saturation. It doesn't have to be any like grimy, gritty distortion or anything, but just a little bit of simple saturation, maybe just a little overdrive or something to give your sounds a little bit of an edge. And that will help you hear them more completely and mix them a little bit more in isolation, finding more separation between the sounds in the greater mix. And it will also make it easier for us to hear those sounds just cutting through the mix. Adding saturation is going to generate more harmonics. So there's also just going to be more kind of happy accidents occurring in the music as things kind of commingle. As a little side mission, I think it would be cool to hear what you would do with this if you auditioned completely different instruments, completely different synths for this same exact arrangement, and how that would affect the overall feel. Because in my mind, I can absolutely hear, like, you know, if you were to mix this with some like hand drum type percussion instead of the drums that are in there, and you know, more organic synths, you get more of like a jungly kind of thing going on. So it'd be interesting knowing that you're coming from an orchestral background, what you would do with different instrument takes on this. Yeah. Hey, your first and only FL Studio project to date. Well, first off, good on you. This is a great first attempt in any DAW, let alone FL Studio, which I think has a lot of extra clicks. This is great. This is good. I would love to hear you come back with more. Lamoff, welcome in. Happy Friday to you, homie. All right, I scrolled down a little bit to hear your second one there, so I'm scrolling back up. We're going to listen to Slit next. Saying, not my usual stuff, heavy whip, been working in it for about 7 hours now. All right, this one's called My Mind. Let's go. Welcome in, Fishin'.
I saw your eyes in the headlights. They've been running round my mind. I wanna know what it feels like when they see me for a good time. I saw your eyes in the headlights. They've been running round my mind. I wanna know what it feels like when they see me for a good time.
Yo, Slit. I think that's it. I think we just got some outro silence here. I think this feels good. It's a great mix. I'm enjoying the fresh palette of sounds, and I don't really have feedback for you on this one. It's a no feedback track, I think. I would love to hear more from you. I think this might be the first that we're hearing from you. Bass is designed by you. Nice. What is your synth of choice over there, Slit? Yeah, keep pulling up. Keep bringing more by. We do this every single Friday, so it'd be good to hear more from you. Get to know what you're doing over there. Xenon. It is you. Serum. Felt like Serum. It's good stuff. Yeah, keep pulling up. Quick reminder for those who are currently subscribed to the stream, there is a new free sound pack posted for all subscribers. So if you are currently subscribed, go grab your free sound pack. It is a pack of 295 classic B-movie dialogue samples that were chopped from a classic educational film from many moons ago. Definitely worth using in music production because the focus is the five senses, and there's lots about hearing and feeling, and it's really good for music production. It's good stuff. All right, this one is called Dream of You from No Survivors, Xenon. Let's go.
When I close my eyes and I dream of you, I see your pretty faces and I taste them too. But my, oh my, how I wish to cry every time we say goodbye. I've always wondered how you do. Secret, your dirty little secret. I know your secret, your dirty little secret. Who are you? I'm Pennywise, your dancing daddy. Tasty, tasty, beautiful beer.
A smile is something special, a ribbon is something rare. So I'll be special and I'll be rare with a smile and ribbon in my hair. To be a girl they notice takes more than a fancy dress. So I'll be noticed because I'll dress with a smile and ribbon in my dresses. The bigger my toothy grin is, the smaller my troubles grow. The louder I say I'm happy, the more I believe it's so.
That outro sample was amazing. That was amazing. This track is insanity. There's some good stuff here. LUFS. That's the main thing on this. I'd watch the saturation levels post reverb and LUFS. Whenever you're saturating post reverb, you got to make sure that you're EQing your reverb really well. Also, with this level of distortion, you want to make sure that you are trying to isolate the frequencies that are being distorted. When you distort the low sub frequencies, it's going to cause a lot of obfuscation of sound in your music. It's going to create mud and make things less clear. It's going to force things to be more fatiguing than they would be otherwise. There's a small list of things that are beneficial about this. So I get that cleaned up. Really nice crunch throughout. Nice sample and timing at 109. The industrial snare at 120 is cool. It'd be nice to hear it ring out even more in a couple of really clear, isolated hits, like an anvil strike in a foundry, you know what I mean? With a nice ring. Already talked about focusing the distortion on certain frequencies. Getting back to the LUFS, the loudness of this thing. Consider the LUFS and mixing this in a way that allows for more listeners. That's what I would say. Because you've got some really clever sample placements here, and I think that is one of the things that allows for more listeners to kind of gain entry into new genres, right? Because people love clever sampling. But the loudness is pretty over the top throughout, so I would try to find something that's maybe not middle ground. You don't need to back off completely, but back off a little bit, I think. Fantastic outro sample. I mean, this might be one of the best outro samples I've heard in this kind of music in years, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Rabagast. It is you. This one's called Lost in Here. go. Belgier, this is great. There's so many things I like about this one. The textures right out the gate. And just some really original songwriting in this too. All right, subtle transition support at 30 seconds. I felt like maybe just like a little whooshy kind of thing there might be good. A bit loud at 44 seconds. I felt like from this point forward, it could have been a little less limiting in general. Bass down 5, maybe 6 dB. Whispers up a few at 110. I thought that was a nice little touch. 118, small reversal or a suck back to bolster that transition just a little bit. 133, I love the vocal sampling here. And I feel like this is, this moment in the music is super sync worthy. Like this is something that people would actually license quite a bit, I think. 150, reverbs are getting big here. Might want to consider a couple things here. One, a shared reverb for as many sounds as possible, just to kind of unify things a little bit. And make sure that you EQ all of your reverb channels. It did seem like maybe there were some extra high frequencies, especially kind of floating around there, that you could have rolled off in your reverbs, and then that would have made the highs a little bit less fatiguing in this, because they did feel just a little bit pushed in general. Some of that's the LUFS. Some of that is just the EQ, and that's it. I really like this track. I love the vibe. It's got a really good upbeat vibe to it. Yeah. Sir Keem Karti, yes, I did. We did play you. When did we play you? We played you several ago. And what did I say? I said that it was great. The VOD is up, and we'll have it up on the YouTube channel, the new YouTube channel, in a couple of hours too, so you can hunt through and find it. Because I did not put it in a thread for you. It was a good track. It's very solid. Keep pulling up and bring more, because we do this every single Friday. It'd be good to hear more from you. Okay, so I think that's what I got for you on that one, Rabagast. You are welcome. I hope it all vibes with you. Tariq. Yeah, of course you can replay, of course. Yes. All right, let's listen to you. Got YouTube here. Might actually have some video. Let's see. Ooh, let's get this turned up. Restarting. Yeah, dude, this is great. It's really good energy. I'd bring the bass line down a bit. The arpeggiated, the da, 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 da. I'd bring that down just a little bit and make it a little bit more supportive and a little less driving. That way the drums really carry their full effect. I like this as it is otherwise. It was really good stuff. Rokusai says, be more gentle on Master Bus and more aggressive on the electronica. Okay, let's see here. What do we have here? Sir Kim Karti, yes, actually, it takes a couple of hours for the YouTube to process the entirety of the few hours of the live stream, so you can always watch it on Twitch. And in fact, if I do this enough times, I wonder. Let me just see what happens if I do this enough times. Let's see if we have enough undos in the tank. You're before Corwin, and before Couch Tracks, and before Ricky. And hey, there it is. Solid video, great work throughout. I'm remembering this now. I would bring the main vocal up a bit so it stays clearly on top of the mix like the dialogue intro does. This is the feedback that was the most important, I felt, because the intro dialogue that you have in your track sits so clearly above everything else that your main vocal now needs to meet that same level of standard, I think. Okay, so I would saturate your main vocal just a little bit and it will capture more texture and provide more edge and definition. I would also tighten up the low end. I think I talked about that in a little bit more detail, but it had to do with about providing more clarity for your music and less competition in those lower frequencies, less obfuscation as a result. So hope that helps. Quick reminder, everyone who is currently subbed to the Twitch stream does get a free sound pack every single month, and I did swap that out this morning before the stream. So now is a great time to go check that out and grab some new sounds because it's 295 movie dialogue samples. So good thing to pick up. Kim Karti, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I hope it helps. I hope it vibes with you, helps you make it even better. Keep pulling up, bring more. We do it every single Friday. Your stuff was really good. Really good. All right. Lamoff is back. Looking like a villain in this picture. Look at this. It's got the machine out. All right. Let's see what they made this week. This is, Madalivin? Wait, no, I'm not even reading that right. I'm like adding syllables here. Madeline? I'm not even going to try anymore. Let's listen.
Tryna make it look like Madalena, and I mean that, and I put it fam and they right from me here, right from me there. Let's just be clear, just to be fair. Madalena, tryna make it look like Madalena. And I mean that, and I put it on my name. Life ain't the same without the strong team with the fiends at. Madalena, tryna make it look like Madalena. And I mean that, and I put it on my name. Life ain't the same without the strong team with the fiends at. Back, fuck the feds, they can't make the comeback. Just watch for the rats in the crew. Cut any you up for the crew. Got me the crew pop, rap bag and a do shot. Can I keep up with the kid? Can't get the wife, he's fuck with the kid. Bump to the kid, now they're in love with the kid. Like in a way, they're in love with the kid.
Yo soy Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. Mis ojos están en todos lados. O sea, ustedes no pueden hacer una puta sola mierda que el apartamento de Antioquia sin que yo me entere.
Life ain't the same without the strong team with the fiends at. Madalena, tryna make it look like Madalena. And I mean that, and I put it on my name. Life ain't the same with the fiends at.
Oof, that bass, that oofa, oofa, oopa, oopa. Really nice string noodling in this one, Lamoff. Really good sample choices. I think this is dope. The way that you're mashing up these different things, it's got a vibe, man. It's got a vibe. I'd use some transition effects in this to spice things up, add some cool movement, enhance pace, anticipation. It can be little things. It could be little things. Like you could go silly and take some cartoon sounds, right? Or you could go cinematic and take like some whooshes and maybe cut them off halfway. Make them feel like you are sampling them the same way that you are sampling other things in the music, but those sounds just have different intentions backing them, so they have a different effect on the listener. But primarily, they can really help with keeping pace, adding a sense of anticipation. And then again, if you're juggling them like you are your other sounds, then it gives you one more thing to have fun with. I really dig the panning in this one. You're making good use of the stereo spectrum. I would wrangle the lowest frequencies. You can see Rokusai's comment in the chat, but long story short, there's going to be not that many systems that can play back all of those frequencies. And keeping them bigly like that down low will cause clarity issues and power issues with the track in different playback systems. So there is that. Roku says, classic rhyme feel. Love that. That's a good one to end on. That was good. That was tasty. You guys brought some good stuff this week. I'm going to hit play on this in the background and give us a little something to listen to. I'll remind you guys one last time that there is a new free sound pack posted for all of the subscribers in the Discord. Just hit the subscriber rewards channel to claim your free sounds. It is 295 dialogue samples, movie dialogue samples. It's worth picking up. All right. I think that kind of does it. Let's kick the box over here and see who's doing their thing on Twitch today. Let's see who we can go raid. I appreciate you guys hanging out, spending your Friday. Oh, look at that. We got a few options here. Few options. Let's go say hi to Shoes House. if you guys have not studied hip-hop, Shoes is a very important person. Please show Shoes respect. Don't put your feet on his table. Don't eat all the food in his fridge while you're there. Always pass to the left. You know the rules. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us all Friday. I will see you again next week after the break. If you're in the States and celebrating this weekend, be safe, have fun, and I will see you guys on the flip. Peace out. Appreciate you.